Alright, but yeah, here we are. Hello and welcome, adventure, to the Dungeons of Doom. Retrieve the Amulet of Yendor from the 26th floor and escape with it. And I immediately see a ring that I think we're going to grab. We're not going to get value out of that ring right away because we're not going to use it until we ID it, so... I don't actually have to go back there. We're probably going to explore this floor. I see Bloodwort to the left. It's a healing thing. So I might go explore to the right and then loop around to the left. I don't know if eels can generate on level 1. Guess we'll find out. That looks like a vault already? Some kind of special room. A lot of water here. Yeah, we got a vault on dungeon level 1 already. Nice. It's always exciting. The jackal's sleeping, so I'm gonna approach it through the grass. I like that kobold had his own little secret place in the grass. He was just chilling and sleeping, taking a nap. That's awesome. Oh, the jackal woke up. Not stealthy enough. The jackals are faster than me, so yeah, I want to back up to not allow them a free hit. Oh, there's another vault. I don't remember. Does 5 weight in this game? It does, okay. Interesting. Couple of vaults here. So what I think I like a lot about Brogue is not playing to win every time, but like playing different builds, because it has a lot of build variety. And that's something I like a lot in Cogmind, which is why I play that a lot. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what's in these vaults, because they could very well dictate what kind of build we end up with. At least for the early game, for sure. Whoops, I didn't realize the jackal woke up, so I moved into it and got a free hit on us. It did miss, though. I wonder if there can be secret doors here. Let me give it a search. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna wait up here for the kobold. So that we could get that free hit on it. Alright, I gotta walk all the way back around. Use my mouse to fast travel. Hey, Fair Fight Frank, thanks for the host. Welcome, everyone. Build on the fly. Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. You really have to make use of your resources in this game. It's not like you can dictate how you're going to play the game. You have to adapt, which is always a fun experience in roguelikes. Looks like we're going to have to walk all the way back over here. We're on turn 266. That's one of my gripes with this game, is it doesn't have a turn counter in the base UI. Grab that ring real quick. It's a very minor gripe, by the way. I probably have bigger ones. Like, I'm not a fan of the item identification system in Brogue. You manage that grass to sneak up on that kobold. Alright, we found the stairs. There's probably going to be some key vault up here now. More bloodwort. What makes a good item ID system? I don't know. You really need, like, some strategy to it. I don't like... So, there's a little bit of strategy to it in Brogue, but it's more or less just, like, randomly... Not randomly, but just using things. And you can use generation probabilities to guess, like, what certain things are most likely to be. And that's pretty common in roguelikes in general. In Brogue, a lot of the ID system kind of hinges on finding a detect magic potion, which allows you to know what items are good and bad, so you can safely use things and cautiously use the bad ones. Finding identify obviously helps a lot. But I've had, like I said, I've only played like a handful of games of this, and I've had like 2 games where I didn't find detect magic early. I think one of them we were able to work around it without much trouble. The other one was just like a not very fun or interesting experience. I don't remember the exact details, but I was like 7 floors in. My inventory was like beyond full. I used every potion that I'd found in the game. Full exploring floors. I didn't get detect magic. So it came down to reading random scrolls. And none of my scrolls ended up being identify. I had an enchanting scroll I was trying not to use. And I had like 6 weapons. And like they were all cursed. It was crazy. So I don't know. Maybe I just had a really bad seed that's tainting me on there. But still, it's not super interesting. Just having to consume ID things. Ideas I've kind of toyed with in my head are perhaps using like getting free identifications like every so many, I don't know, game space, like maybe every floor or something like that. And that way you can like the skill is in using your identifications wisely instead of finding that identification to begin with. DCSS is another one that's a lot like that. You kind of just randomly use things until you find identify. You randomly use potions until you find like curing and some of the other probability based ones. But with really bad RNG, with games with that strategy, you end up with I don't know, you could get like really unlucky and just like have a bad time. I actually like, as much as people don't like it, NetHacks is like pretty interesting because there's a lot of ways to identify things. And at the very least, if you want to like really dumb it down, you just have to find a shop and price ID the identify scroll, and then you can identify everything else safely from there. Okay, that rat is just okay. Now he's following us. There we go. Golden Crone Hotel, I was just talking about this earlier, has a really cool system where everything's put into buckets. There's, I don't know how many potions there are, but say there's like 35 potions in the game, and any given seed you might only get 30 of them. So everyone isn't guaranteed, so just the potion pool in the game is randomized. Some of them are guaranteed. Some of them are just important to have in the game, of course. But then any random potion you pick up is put into 3, like brackets of 3. So you know that it's one of 3 potions, but don't know which one. So you get into a situation where you have to like decide if it's worth using this, because like maybe 2 of the effects are good and one of them's bad, but the situation is bad already and you need that to win. Or maybe you need to try using one of these potions because they have a really great effect now, but you're going to potentially lose the like little like more minor effect that you could use somewhere else. And then there's also primers, which are kind of like what I was just talking about a second ago, which are identify scrolls for potions, and that just freely identify one. So stuff like that. The NetHack system is a lot like that too if you want to price ID everything, because price identifying puts everything into brackets based on price, where there are good and bad items in each bracket. I probably should have searched this room. Is this Paralyze? So key vaults always do this. I wasn't sure which one this was. Sometimes there's context, you can tell what a key vault is going to do. This is paralytic gas. Okay, this shouldn't be a big deal, because I don't think there are any monsters around. Oh wait, do the cracks make monsters? I don't know, we'll just have to see what happens here. But we did grab the key. Yeah, they do make monsters. Alright. Damn, we took some damage. So how I think paralysis works is usually in a situation like that, you get paralyzed, but the monsters will get paralyzed too, and I think you wake up once you get attacked. I guess I took 30% health damage from one rat bite. Typically hits for 9%. What's my message log look like? Yeah, one rat bite did 30% of my health. That's crazy. It's actually scary seeing as there's like a ton of rats coming now. Oh yeah, Brogue is a really cool game. I haven't played this one in a while, Porius, but I played it a little bit before. I've played like 5 or 6 games. I've gotten pretty far into it. This is a local copy, Firearm JT. I heard there's like, I don't know if it's like just latency issues with Brogue Online. I'm playing vanilla 1.75 with bug fixes, which most notably fixes this really egregious stealth bug that's in vanilla. That makes the game a lot easier. Oh, paralysis equals sneak attack. Okay, that explains why. That makes a lot of sense. Should put these roguelike design ideas into a blog. Yeah, I want to do a blog and articles at some point. It's kind of a long-term project. Alright, well, I don't know if rats are dumb enough to walk into the paralysis. If I go like top left, I might be able to like get 2 of these guys to paralyze themselves. Some of these might already be paralyzed actually. No, they're all hunting. I think it would tell me here. It could be dangerous just trying to fight these all in the open. At the very least, I could move up here and get into the corner. I could try to get over here. I'll take probably 3 hits just walking there. But from here, they can only fight me one at a time. That's probably the best case here to minimize variance in combat. Otherwise, I think this corner would normally be pretty safe. Cogmine, you get to -3 for the second time ever and got destroyed. Yeah, that research can be quite harsh in Cogmind. Oh, there goes my, huh. That's not a safe exit anymore, is it? I wonder how many of these are gonna get destroyed. Are these cracking? Well, it's too late to go back to our corner, so I think I'm gonna keep going this way. I feel like there's a decent chance I'd die on the way over there, though. Jumping in the water is always an option, too, but I don't think I want to do that. Once we get out of here, there's bloodwort over here, so we can re-heal. So as long as we don't die, we should be fine from this encounter. I really need to kill this rat in front of us, though. 100% chance to hit, typically hit for 150% of its current health. And that's because we already hit it once. Alright. Okay. And in Brogue, you can't move or attack diagonally around corners. So this is essentially a choke point here, even though there's 2 tiles in front of me. We're taking a lot of damage here. Maybe I should retreat to the Bloodwort. It's a lot of rats. Okay, we're dispatching with them pretty well. They keep coming, though. Those guys are all wandering. Let's leave before they all start hunting us. Uh-oh, there's a jackal. I'll move left to get out of the rat's vision. Oh, they can all see us now. That didn't work. Alright, let's kill this jackal. Retreat to the next corridor. Okay. I wonder if there's a good way to handle that vault. I'm sure there is. It's probably not what I just did. Although we got the key, we're at full health. 0 loss there except for time. Can someone explain why everyone is spending so much time at each level? Well, I mean, in any roguelike, you just need resources, and resources are pretty important in Brogue to begin with. And there's actually some resources that are really valuable and are like placed. I don't know what the phrasing is, but they're almost like guaranteed them every few levels in a way, and that's like the Scroll of Enchanting and like food rations. I try to explore a lot because food gets me a lot, even when I'm trying to play fast. I'm still scared of the hunger clock in Brogue. But later on, you don't explore every level, because the levels get really dangerous. But yeah, full exploring levels is just kind of a roguelike thing. The levels are small enough, and it's usually worth doing it. I wanted to full explore this level because I wanted this key to get to these vaults for sure. Jump into the water. Yeah, that was one of my options. If I didn't have the choke point, I think I would have done that. Alright, so now we can use that key to open one of these vaults, not that one. And then we have multiple vaults on the same floor like this. Usually the key to one of them is inside the other vault, so you can go into like them all sequentially. I feel like hunger clocks are there to prevent tedious min-maxing of the game and force adaptation. Yeah, in general, that's definitely what they exist for. That way, they just put like another pressure on you, so you can't just like fully rest in between fights and different stuff like that. It's actually really effective in Brogue. Your health bar becomes like a really critical resource. You can't just rest all the time, so you have to pick your fights very carefully. And you don't get experience in this game, so there's no reason to fight anything unless you need to get like to the other side of it. Alright, so once we walk into a vault, it auto-IDs everything, which is probably reason enough to walk into this vault, even if we see something in here that we want to keep no matter what. These stabs are pretty decent. Scale mail is better than what we have, but doesn't seem that amazing, unless it's like enchanted. But we won't know that. Let's go see what's in the other vault right away. You can only take one of these items, but you can put it back if you decide, and then you can pick another one. And here's one of the things that I wanted to come in here for, because we found a ring already, and we might identify the ring in our inventory. If there's one in here as well. Reaping is really good. Oh, this isn't... I thought this was one that heals you. So this recharges stabs and charms, which is still really good. I wouldn't mind any of those, to be honest. We get 0 value out of reaping right now. Oh, I can't put the key back. Oh, we consume it. I thought there was a way to do that. Alright, well I guess we're stuck with one of these rings, which is fine because I was leaning towards these rings anyways. But yeah, thanks for the correction. But yeah, I guess you can't put that back. So you have to gamble between taking something new or just sticking with what you rolled in the first vault. What is behind door number 2? I think I want the speculative stealth or reaping pick. If we don't find any stabs or charms, it might not be worthwhile at all, but... I think stealth or clairvoyance, I never played around either of them too much, would be a lot of fun to use. Light is probably really nice later on, but I don't know if it's really worth enchanting that much. I'm gonna go with reaping. It's kind of speculative, but we'll try it out. Yeah, we still don't know what our bloodstone ring is. I should throw this on right away, so we can start identifying it. Okay, we can just leave from here. What else do we end up on that floor? 2 potions and 2 scrolls. We spent 730 turns. It seems like a lot of players, as a rule of thumb, try to spend like 500 turns per floor. And I'm assuming that has something to do with the generation of food and how often they generate. Obviously, if you have vaults with free, guaranteed, non-cursed gear in them, I think it's worthwhile to use some turns and hunger resources to pick that stuff up. Infusion trap. I had to blow that up to walk past it. That looks like I could have walked around, actually. Oh yeah, gold does nothing in Brogue, by the way. Well, it improves your score. Ooh, a whip. I've never played like a fighter game of Brogue. So one of the next games I played, I was just going to take like the biggest weapon I find inside of a vault. Oh, he was still unaware. He turned around, I assumed he was hunting us. Yeah, I forget what whips do. It'll reach opponents up to 5 spaces away. That's pretty cool. These brackets are the strength requirement. So we have 12 strength right now. We need 14 to wield the whip without penalty. Backed up to get out of the vision of that jackal that was sleeping while I dispatched with the rat. Already found us. He's faster, so I'm gonna back up. Alright, we found the stair. Okay, you can definitely get eels on this floor. It's pretty dangerous. Eel 2 death, or eels on dungeon level 2 are probably one of the, I would have to guess, like, more common causes of death. Let's go check the top right before looping back around, because it looks like that all might connect. Cool, I'm just gonna leave those. Okay, so goblins have spears. I'm gonna bring him into the door so he can't spear me from a distance. Otherwise, any way we approach him, we've gotten a free hit on us. Okay, this doesn't connect, unless there's a secret door. But we'll just walk around. That guy went from hunting to wandering quite fast. Okay, looks like we've full explored here. I don't see anything that would indicate a hidden room on the dead spaces. What do we pick up on this floor? A couple more potions, a couple more scrolls. We actually got 4 more potions, 2 more scrolls, and the whip. I don't see any reason to start IDing things yet, though. Alright, another water level. Goblin Conjurer. This would be a really annoying room to fight them in. I might just leave them be for now. I want to come back here at some point, no matter what, so... Unless everything up top connects. Actually, I don't know if you can lure them in if you get out of their line of sight. Maybe I could bring them into this room. I'm not sure if they keep camping there and sending their allies at you. Maybe we test that. I'm gonna throw a dart. Do this. He back up through his blades? There we go. Okay, so that is a good way to dispatch with them, is luring them out. He kept noticing me when he was on this tile wandering, unfortunately. I needed him to step on this tile for me to kill him. Pressure plate. Is this some kind of like key vault? It feels like a key vault. Not sure what else that setup would be. Oh, there's some food. There's like a big area down here that could have like a room maybe. I don't know if this is associated with that, or if I should be like searching over here. I think I will, just in case. Toad sleeping. I would like to approach them from a closer angle. Oh, an axe. Oh, I can't go down that way. I'd have to walk all the way around. We'll just deal with them. The goblin there too. There's 2 bloodwords here. Right, let's do this. So toads make you hallucinate. So you don't know what you're fighting. Alright, so this is a goblin. Okay. That was just gold. That was a scroll. Okay, we didn't even take that much damage there. And this actually doesn't connect. Like I was wondering if it did and I should just walk around. So it's good that we just kept going this way. I don't know what that thing does. There aren't like unique artifacts in Brogue, but there are runics, which are items with special properties, weapons and armor, and I've only seen like 1 before, so they're pretty rare. Try darting the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna throw something on it eventually. I don't know if it's worth exploring the rest of the map first or not. Y'all wait because I have to come back this way to get to the exit anyways, I think. Did I search the eastern room? I searched in here from like this tile, so I don't think there's anything in this room. I was wondering if this might have been a secret room. I don't know. I don't know how to determine secret rooms that well in Brogue yet. It seems like there aren't a lot of secret rooms that aren't obvious because like there's part of the level disconnected. I've noticed from looking at recordings of some of the games I have played. Like, I almost wonder if it's worth, how often it's worth searching for secret rooms. If I end up spending like 200 turns across the run, or like in the early game searching, for a lot of opportunities at a room that's not there. I guess as you get better at knowing what a secret room looks like, then you can do that smarter. It's probably more worthwhile. Could also be pressure plate opens up that area. Yeah, I was wondering if it could do that. That was kind of my guess. So here's a situation where there's no reason to fight that goblin because there's nothing in that room we care about. It's not even that there's nothing in that room we care about. There's literally nothing in that room. Watch this be an entrance to like a secret treasure vault. Wow, that guy took a while to go down. Average expert player probably does like 700 turns of searching everyone that reveals nothing at all. And I assume a lot of that is traps, probably. Later on in the dungeon, it seems like you probably want to search every room for traps, because they could be potentially game-ending. Alright, I'm gonna activate this from here. Or I could probably just leave pretty easily if something bad happens. And yeah, I'm gonna throw a dart. If we had like armor we didn't care about, or a weapon or something, we could probably do that, but we don't want to waste anything we have yet. Pressure plate clicks underneath the dart. Okay, yeah, let's see if there's anything over here now. Aha! That is exactly like what that was. Okay, so that's cool. I never saw that kind of vault before. I've seen them where you had to get a pressure plate to lift a cage off a key, but I haven't seen one that actually just opens the door to a vault. Probably the opposite is true around D3 to D6. Is there like a minimum size for like secret rooms? Because I'm just looking at this map. This looked like a place a room could be, and this was like kind of hinted at because there's actually like a hallway here. I assume if that was a secret room, it wouldn't be so obvious, but it was like that because of the pressure plate. But this looks like a space to me that could have a room in it. This looks like a space to me that could have a room with it, or in it. I assume that they're more likely to be on the exterior, but I don't know, like, I mean, is something like this something you start searching for? Could a room this small be hidden? But yeah, I kind of look out for like big areas like this that seem like could easily fit, or it seems like out of place for them to be that empty. Many medium-sized dark spots like that don't quite meet the criteria for the level gen to even possibly place anything there. It's hard to read just staring at blank spots. Yeah, that's why I've been trying to go back through my recordings whenever I finish a game and just see if there are any secret rooms I had missed. Like when I play NetHack, it's super obvious to me whenever there's a secret room somewhere. Just the way NetHack levels are generated, I think it's probably easier to tell NetHack than Brogue in general. But the thing that has me wondering the most, like how much is sort of hunting them out, is that I've reviewed a lot of recordings and like I almost never see a secret room. I don't know how valuable they end up being. Alright, check this out. We got a Staff of Haste, which doesn't really do anything without allies, I believe. We can't haste ourselves. Staff of Lightning. I'm immediately eyeing the Staff of Lightning because it's an immediate benefit with a Ring of Reaping. But also, I was talking about how I wanted to use like a weapon at some point, so like something like a War Axe is tempting, although I can't even use that immediately, so... Well, who knows? I could have like 3 enchant scrolls and 2 strength potions or something, which would probably make that 4x a pretty nice item right now. You think Level Gen could place a room in the southwest of the map? Yeah, that one was sticking out too. Unlikely giving the early depth. Are secret rooms more likely later on? It'd be interesting to see how the code places that stuff. Later on, it's not so bad because searching is twofold. You can search for traps and for a secret room. Level Gen does place more than later. That's great to know. This vault has a lot of cool stuff in it. I think we should go with the Staff of Lightning because of our Ring of Reaping, though. And hopefully we find another good weapon and armor later. We're going to hit Depth 4 next. I think we are getting close to the point where we're going to need more than just our dagger and our wits to survive, which means we need to start identifying like offensive potions, or get something like this Staff of Lightning. Let's give that a try. I had a pretty cool staff build once. I got the D26. I actually got the amulet, but then I died of hunger. But I didn't have lightning on that build. It was a lot of fire and poison, obstruction, and other stuff. Alright, cool. I'm content with this floor. We have room in our inventory for one more item. We're getting close to the point where we could start IDing stuff. Maybe quaff IDing our 2 double potions. I'd rather wait to the end of the next floor though, I think. Because even though our inventory is full here, if we clear the next floor, we could safely use these potions on that floor. And then like be safe from like descent and stuff, but also get value out of magic detection if we do read it on the next floor with all the items on the ground. That's my inkling. Nice, we have 2 bloodwort places here to retreat to if the next floor gets bad. Alright, we just hit hungry. I'm gonna go ahead and eat. Like, I'm tempted to just search down here so I don't have to come back in case there is something hidden there. It seemed unlikely though. I have to walk around this. We're probably gonna get attacked by an eel. Huh, we made it through. Paralysis trigger, good to know. Lunch now in the game. Our nutrition went to hungry. Once it hits hungry, you know you're not going to be wasting any nutrition from your food ration. If I use it before then, it'll refill my bar, but we won't be able to eat it all, and the rest will go to waste. Okay, so here's the exit. We can't see the stairs, but it's always flanked by these torches. That's good to know. We could probably sneak up on this kobold. Yeah. Oh, a toad. Probably sneak attack it. Yeah. Oh, I was hoping to, for him to not spot us there. Seems like a rather uneventful level. Did we find anything here? We got the wand. That's all we found on that floor. Look at this big empty area. That might be worth searching. I already searched in this room. Just in case, because I don't have to walk back there. So maybe I'll search this wall and this wall. Maybe there's something hidden there. That is like suspiciously empty. That's like a net hack glaring hole in the map that I would be like, alright, where's the secret door? Let's snap another toad, huh? Having a lot of corridors and doors like this is great for catching enemies unaware. Okay, nothing there. Aha! Well, after all that talk about secret rooms, we found one. 16 javelins. Nice. What I learned about javelins is they're actually, I think they're better than your dagger, if you just want to wield one. Yeah, here's where all the items are. That's another cyan potion. Oh, and 2 blue potions, not cyan, okay. Okay, so now is when we're definitely going to start using our consumables. But we have to consider the the safest way to do that. I could try like throwing everything over here and then doing it next to the stairs. The stairs is actually a really great place to identify potions. Because descent means you're going to land right next to the stairs downstairs, and we're next to water if it's incineration. I think I'll just go over here. +3 Ring of Reaping. +3 is a pretty good enchantment to find. Each blow you land with a weapon will recharge your staves and charms by 0 to 3 turns per point of damage dealt. Wow, that seems super good, actually. Per point of damage. You know what's interesting is they say per point of damage dealt, but the game doesn't actually tell you how much damage you deal. It's weird for them to reference it like that. Like, I wonder how many items actually reference points of damage or points of health, because it's not many. It's like 10 to 40 per normal melee attack by the late game. That's pretty good. If you have like an enchanted staff, usually they don't even take that many turns to... like a whole lot of turns to enchant, or to get charges back. Alright, let me peek downstairs real quick. And then yeah, let's go try drinking our potions. Hey, potion of incineration. This is why you do it next to water. You're no longer on fire. That's good. So what's cool about Brogue is all the negative quote-unquote potions are actually like really nice to have. Like we can get a lot of value out of this potion of incineration later as an offensive item. And a paralysis potion. Now that gas is explosive. I don't know what that does when I'm standing in water. Oh, steam. That's right. So that was dangerous. I didn't consider that. Yeah, steam is really dangerous. Cool, so we gotta push in a strength. Alright, so I didn't identify anything that helps us identify a lot. But we did free up enough inventory slots to pick up pretty much everything. Maybe I have to ditch my darts and replace them with the javelins. I don't know how bad unidentified javelins can be, but you don't equip them, so I can't get stuck with like a bad weapon in my hands, I don't think. Steam probably can't kill you in that specific scenario. Yeah, I don't have a lot of experience with Steam, so I don't know what situations it can kill you in, but if this level wasn't clear, like having low health wouldn't be great either. Javelins can't be cursed. Oh, that's actually great to know. I might just ditch my dagger and use a javelin now. Can they be negatively enchanted? I imagine they can. Or is that something you can only happen at cursed items? Always +0, okay. They can be like positively enchanted or something, right? I've seen like darts of flaming, or darts of incineration or something like that before, I think. I assume javelins can do the same. Alright, let me drop a few items, just so I can go and pick up everything that's over here. You can enchant them, but darts or javelins should never naturally start above 0. Okay. Oh, whoops, this guy's hunting me. Cool, I've never used shift movement before. I like that a lot, actually. Wait, what was under the... There was an alarm trap under the bloodwort? I've never seen that before. Kind of funny. Oh, shoot. I'll just ignore that guy for now. Okay, so we left one scroll up here. Actually, I should probably move it downstairs. Or I could just drink a potion of strength. Maybe we wait to see if there's any centipedes on this floor. Like, I can probably drop one of these weapons here and not really have it matter at all. Whoa, that's interesting. It dropped me here when I went downstairs because there's an item here. I wonder if that cost me 2 turns. I imagine it didn't. Okay, another one of these Puce Putter Nuglo scrolls. Depths 5. I probably need to start searching for traps more diligently around this point. It's a way of skipping deep water after a trap goes off close to the stairs. Oh, that's pretty good, yeah. My inventory is full, so I need to like leave items on the ground, and I'm gonna grab that just so I don't have to backtrack so much. I wonder how many paralysis triggers there could be here. I already see 2. I don't know if it's worth searching. I'm gonna just keep moving. Yeah, a centipede's pretty much the only reason I'm holding the strength. Also because I assume I'm gonna find like an entire floor's worth of items here. So no matter what I do, I'm gonna have some inventory issues. Once I pick up something and don't want to come back for it, I'll probably just drop it or drink it. Oh man, I thought I almost was gonna sneak up on that monkey from like 20 turns away. I guess my stealth range was short enough. And this is why I didn't drop my darts yet. Since I'm planning on dropping them pretty soon probably, they feel kind of like a free resource. And actually, now that we're on Depths 5, darts are like a pretty nice resource for dealing with like... I think they're probably pretty good for like vampire bats and a lot of other things. Oh shoot, a jelly. That jelly is probably going to hit a paralysis trigger. Oh, never mind, he's hunting me. I want to fight him from right here. Mobs can't trigger traps in wandering. I did not know that. That's actually really good to know. It means technically sort of reveals traps if you're looking that closely. Why? How would it reveal it if they don't trigger them? Is there like a message or something? Oh, they actually just walk around them. When you first said that, I thought they might like step on them but not trigger them. Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting, actually. That's a cool like high level tip, sort of. Something that's probably not super useful, but that you do notice like every once in a while. Another jelly. I don't know if I can survive another encounter with a jelly. I want to wield a javelin because they're better than my dart. Oh, it's strength 15 though. I wonder if I use a strength potion if the javelin is better than my dart. Let's find out. %18% accuracy decrease, but 65% current or damage increase. Sounds good. That jelly's gonna be annoying. But not quite annoying enough that I feel like we need to use our potion of incineration or anything like that to help dispatch with them. We actually have a great place to fight them down here. These little nooks mean they can only attack us from one side. Which is almost like they don't split at all. You're just fighting one jelly. Beautiful. We hardly even took any damage. Oh my god, there's another jelly. Good thing we have that nook. Oops, I stepped out of it. If I did 2 free jelly attacks on us. Oh, so close. We can deal with this. The hallucination. Wow, he missed us a lot. That was kind of lucky. Four misses, I'll take it. Whoops, didn't mean to search there. But there is indeed nothing in this room, in case you were wondering. The strength boost gives you more dodging with leather armor anyways. Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know you got a bonus to armor for having excess strength. Does that apply to weapons as well? It does. Interesting. I probably learned that at some point when I first started playing, and then it got pushed out of my brain with all the other information overload you get when learning a new roguelike. Alright, well there's 2 scrolls here and we only have 1 inventory slot. Relevant for early eels? The dodge bonus? That's good to know. It'd be interesting to see like numbers to that. I'll have to go on the wiki or something and take note of that. Looks like this is the path to get through here. I want to throw some of our items that we can't use yet here as a temporary stash and pick these up, and then I probably need to backtrack here and grab our items, because it looks like the exit is probably on this side of the map. So we need to come back here one way or another, no matter what. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean we have to go back there right now, but we're going to have to. I'm actually surprised we haven't gotten attacked by an eel yet. All the water on these floors. I'll come back for this. Another jelly. Coming this way, huh? I was hoping I get a sneak attack on it. Alright, I'll pull you... Actually, not a lot of great places. Oh, whoops. I tried to move around it, but I can't go diagonally upright. I double input too fast, I accidentally attacked it. I figure I could probably just walk around and go back to our little hole there, which I'll probably still do. Instead of finding a jelly mostly in the open. Yeah, I think that worked out health-wise. Going up to D4 and reading scrolls unlikely to be enchant is likely to feel good. Why would I go up to D4 and not do that here? If this floor is cleared, is there any particular reason? This is probably enchant. Bit better for summon monsters, oh. But yeah, I guess I walked away from those already, so we're gonna have to see what kind of resource identification strategy you want to do here. So I don't have any potion duplicates. Which I think does bring us down to reading scrolls. I can drop my dagger. Actually, I'd like to just use the darts, so we'll keep those in inventory. Have equipment in inventory when reading for remove curse value. Yeah, I need to look at what scrolls there are. Because it's almost worth just like... maybe not. It's not worth equipping an item or a weapon, because I'm not going to want to waste an enchanting scroll on it. And feeling that we need, what, remove curse or protection, which isn't necessarily likely. One of my last games that went pretty far, I had a war axe of plenty or something like that equipped for like from like dungeon level 6 to like 20. It was miserable. I read every scroll I could get my hands on. Remove curse and protect weapon were just super deep. Don't read negation in a vault. What does that do? Does negation work on everything in sight? I don't think I've ever used that item. Sets all items to +0. Yeah, let's read a couple of scrolls. So summon monsters and aggravate are the main ones that we're concerned about for not reading them downstairs. Everything in line of sight loses all magic. Okay, that is good to know. Hey, what up, Danny? How's it going? Pretty good so far. We're getting to the death of Brogue where we need to find some way to identify items, which we're about to just randomly read stuff. Because there's not much more option. And things are about to start getting dangerous. Probably not unlikely to find an ogre or a pack of vampire bats on the next floor. That's when shit gets real. So what was my other duplicate scroll? Goose powder. I'm gonna try reading that. Equip chainmail pre-reading. I guess I don't know what the negatives are. I don't really know what any of the runics for armors are. I know I didn't want to enchant or equip a weapon, but yeah, I don't know if armor is worth equipping or not. We have enough strength to use it. It's immolation, and your scrolls get it off. Well, immolation is probably quite rare. I'm assuming, just because runics in general are pretty rare, so maybe I'll give that a try. Why not? I'm here to test things out. one I was gonna read? Okay. Who's better? Aggravate monsters. Awesome. And we gotta make sure we don't go down to the next floor while our stealth range is 122. This is not an ideal spot for summon monsters. Oh yeah, I guess the corridor is better, right? Because there's two points of attack. Oh, this corridor. That's a good point. I'll go ahead and do that. Hey, scroll to identify. I'm eyeing the ring or one of my weapons as my top identified targets. Probably a weapon. I'm leaning towards the axe. I have a feeling an axe is a lot better than a whip, even though I'm not don't have the strength for it yet. Not eyeing the wand. I've never found a good wand in this game, so I guess I don't know what the options are. I may have literally never used a wand. I always just find wands of slow, which are okay, but I never really got a lot of value out of them. And I can't get to my discovery screen from here, so I don't really know what the other options are off the top of my head. I didn't know if there were any like game-changing wands. Teleport would be really nice, that's for sure. I guess the thing about wands is that to identify them otherwise, you basically waste a charge of the wand. Whereas I just need to push into detect magic to identify all these other things. More or less. I think that's probably a pretty strong argument for the wand, actually. Why not? Maybe this is the time we get a good wand. Wand of Beckoning. Doesn't sound like a good one. Well, I mean, it's probably more situational. I can definitely see uses for that. Even minimum charges on this trash wand. That's funny. Empowerment requires allies, right? I'm not sure what domination does either. But yeah, tele, polymorph, and negation would all be pretty cool, I think. Domination turns enemies into allies. Oh, that's kind of cool. Does it tell you if it's going to work on someone or not? Based on their health, or do you have to guess? Alright, I'm going to keep reading scrolls, I think. It gives the odds, cool. Beckon does not give them a turn to react. Oh, that's not useless. Oh man. Hey, summon monsters. Did we only get one? I don't think I've ever had that scroll before. Why is it just one? I don't know. I should have lured him to the corner. That was a minor tactical misplay. Although probably not a big deal, because we have to wait out all these turns before we go downstairs. We're going to heal anyways. Streamer luck? Yeah, that might explain it. Well, the good news is we got all the bad scrolls out of the way without really having any issues. We have inventory space now. Actually, not a ton of it, unless I drop the one of beckoning. I can drop the dagger as well. And maybe even the leather armor at this point. So in some ways, it's like having 6 inventory slots. Probably end up eating food on the next floor, so that might be an extra one. So let's carry on for now.
A powerful sub. You will become.
Oh, thanks for the subscription, Danny. I appreciate it. Actually, just watched that Star Wars movie that line is from, like 2 days ago. It was funny, but yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hey, welcome, Nikolai. Yeah, I just finished watching all the... I don't know if anyone's seen it, but the Star Wars, like, Clone Wars, like, TV series. And it makes, like, the prequel movie so much better, so I went back and rewatched the prequel movies this week. And that's where, that sample from that sub alert is from. Which I kind of got the idea from, because that Wizard of Yendor art reminds me of Darth Sidious / Palpatine from the movies. Oh no, we're just getting started, so more or less, Nikolai. The hearts are just showing some love for the new subscriber, Danny. Hey, what's up, Callie? How you doing? This is a weird level layout. Hey, we got lava. I feel like I should start searching for traps a little more around this point. And also, enemies are probably going to start getting pretty scary here. I don't know if a statue is ever just a statue, or if there's something else going on in that room. Oh, that's cool. Does auto-pathing like this stick to tiles I've stepped on? That's amazing, if that is true. I'm not playing CE. I'm playing 175 with bug fixes, so it doesn't have like the stealth bug or anything like that. Holy crap, that's a lot of goblins. We're gonna have to fight them no matter what. I'm tempted to just chuck a incineration potion in there. Although if I just lure them to this door, I'm probably not going to take that much health damage, so that might be a better option. Oh, they woke up. Okay, so after 700 turns, this thing reveals its secrets. The Mystic just wandered in here. So these goblins are smart, and they don't want to die one by one. They want to lure me out so they can spear me. Until they forget about me and start wandering, which is probably what I'm just going to wait for. They're smart to an extent, I suppose. And wow, that last goblin actually did some damage to me. I don't know what my health is at, but I think he did like a third to almost half of my health. God, those goblins were smart, weren't they? Oh, they do attack on diagonals like that. I was wondering about that. Oops. Gave him a free hit, but it didn't matter. All the traps. You're now familiar enough with your weapon to identify it. There are 16 plus 0 javelins. I suppose this is as good a place of any to fight a jelly. I don't know if there's any value to like pulling them into the door in some way so that some of them might wander off. Although you don't really want them wandering, do you? I'd rather just have them fight me in this corridor. Oops. Not mean to move up. You're taking a lot of damage now. Probably try to kill the guys on top of me and then lightning the guys at the bottom. I got myself into a bad situation here. Actually, these guys all have no health. We're fine. Little scary walking around at this point, though. With no health. I wonder if there's a better way of dealing with those jellies. I think sometimes fighting them in an open area and like kiting them a bit works well. I haven't tried that too much. That seems like an encounter that could pretty much be solved based on like like what terrain you have available to you, like what the best option is. Split them once in the open first. Yeah, it's probably a pretty good way to do it. That way, if they spawn behind you, you can kill them easily. And then, for the most part, you only deal with the one in the front. That's a good trick. I'll try that next time. Alright, there's a toad down here. I think we're just gonna have to fight. And it might be worth resting off this hallucination, since our health is low anyways. I'm gonna blast these guys with lightning. It's a pretty annoying location for the totem though, because it can just like keep zapping me. I could beckon the goblins. How does this work again? I want to try that actually. Oh, it brings him immediately next to you. I thought they like walked towards you. That's interesting. I wonder if I could beckon the totem itself. Probably not. I think that's immune to a lot of things. Cannot move. I don't know if that applies. This actually looks like a good place to use lightning though. I'm not sure if that goblin will come to me or not. Probably. Oh no, he's worshipping. He's probably not going to follow me, is he? What does it take for this thing to, I don't think it has charges in it. No. Every 250 turns. Yeah, Goblin's just gonna wait for me there. Which is fine because there's only one of them. I think we can just go in and attack these guys now. Ooh, maybe not. Is Totem a little more dangerous than I thought? Maybe I should have pelted it with a bunch of darts, actually. Well, I don't think there's anything better we can do than just walk up to it and attack it now. I could throw javelins at it, actually. It basically saved me 2 turns of walking towards it. That's slightly scary. The level, the 2 charged lightning staff wasn't as strong as I had hoped. I guess we gotta, if we want to play around that more, we need to dump some enchant scrolls into it. Got banded mail, a couple of potions here. Oh wait, I'm still carrying the dagger in my leather armor. Definitely could drop those. Violet may be likely to be life? Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. This is the point where I do wonder, like, what the balance is between, like, resting a bit or, like, using resources like that. Life gets more valuable just because having more max health becomes pretty important. I think just by traveling back to the exit, as long as we don't run into any enemies, we might heal up a decent amount enough to peek down to the next floor. If I rest to 80% health here, I could generally have starvation issues. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But it's definitely something I always think about. Oops. Damn it, I gave him a free attack on me. He didn't get a hit though. We were not punished. But yeah, just traveling here, which is something we're going to do anyways, gave me enough health to be a little comfortable. Depending on how quickly we run into an enemy on the next floor. We might get some more back. We are getting back to the point where it's like, where the heck is magic detection? Which is really the key to unlocking a lot of the utility of our inventory right now. Oh, he can see you when you move out of sight, huh? I don't really want to get attacked by a centipede. Getting hit by him once wouldn't be that bad. You were in line of sight for one turn and it procced aggro? Oh, I thought it said sleep, but maybe I moved twice or something and didn't pay attention. Oh, so it aggroes you before it tells you about that. Interesting. So anytime you see a sleeping monster, if they're in your stealth range, there's a chance that they see you, whether it says they're sleeping or not. That's not very intuitive, that's good to know. That's been happening a lot, and I've been kind of confused about it. I think I'm gonna chuck some javelins at this guy. Honestly, getting hit... My strength drained once probably isn't a big deal right now. Actually, my javelins are strength 15, that's what I'm using. Rest one turn when looking at it. It has stealth range and tells you if it's aggroed. Does it have your stealth range during that action? I guess it does. But if they would be within your halved strength range, then it's probably not worth it, because then it's another turn that they could aggro on you again. It's definitely a consideration in those situations I hadn't considered or thought about before, though. Probably something I'll start doing. I'll throw a javelin at this thing. And maybe a dart. And I'll probably just attack it from here. Nice. Hey, a mango. Oh, my pack is too full. I'll be back. Huh. This is familiar. The exit is here, so we're gonna have to deal with this room one way or another at some point. I'm still carrying a scroll to aggravate monsters. That's an easy drop as well. Right, well, I'm not gonna deal with them yet. Wow, having the toad miss you is like the greatest feeling. Alright, let's go check out the other half of the map. Our first ogre. Cool, our health is back to full. I don't have a lot of great ways to deal with an ogre right now. I might chuck a potion of incineration at it. Although I was also considering using that for the goblin room. Could chuck a bunch of javelins at it too. Oh. Huh. Well. I guess we gotta figure out one way or another to deal with it. Almost wonder if I get value out of paralysis here. Wow, this is not a great situation, is it? Yeah, incineration is I agree, the safest option. I don't know how many hits, how much damage this thing does to me right now. Not quite as bad as I thought. So yeah, softening it up could be a good idea here. I think that's what we need to do. Fortunately, we had to burn ourselves. So I was kind of looking at if we could throw past it, but it didn't look like we were able to. And I guess I will back up into a wall so that he can't knock me back. And also he'll take more burning damage. Oof, he actually did not take a ton of damage from that. I almost wonder if I'm supposed to sneak around him. Probably not. I'm just gonna throw a javelin at him. See what happens. Yikes. I think we just die if I try to walk around him. Yeah, so Violet is probably life. This is definitely where we take that risk. And actually, it might be guaranteed to be life this deep in the dungeon. One way to find out. It was detect magic. Interesting. Just in time. Yeah, the potion we've been like waiting for all game to actually get value out of the rest of our inventory. Possibly discover the turn before we die. Yeah, I do think life is the only thing that could save us here. Or like a teleports scroll or something, but life is more likely, seeing as we have 3 positive potions. Good news is our chainmail's positive? Yeah, check that out. Zaraka is always a glass half full perspective. Paralysis is maybe not a better gamble. Yeah, I think we could only throw it down here. I'm assuming that would only give us like 1 more turn. Than they have, right? I don't really know how the cloud dispersion and how much it affects each person works. I feel like with my knowledge of how all that works, that it's probably not something I'm skilled enough to take advantage of. Like, you could probably do, like, this. Drinking it is a gamble on who accept first. Oh, does drinking it create clouds? I didn't know that. Well, buying 1 turn doesn't save us. Yeah, if I throw it too far, then he might not get hit on it turn 1 either. I don't know what the immediate area looks like. So yeah, I think we might just gamble on Another potion. Burgundy, aquamarine, or cyan. Depth 1, depth 2, depth 4. I wish I knew the generation, like how life gets generated, because I bet you could decide or pull some knowledge from that. You're saying anything after D3 is likely not life? I'm gonna gamble on depth 2. Hey, we're levitating. And the ogre missed! That means I get another turn to find life. Yeah, if we die while levitating, that means we like launch like 20 squares. That'd actually be funny if you got launched further back from clubs when you're levitating. I don't know if it makes sense mechanics-wise, but... Or at least a funny image. Yeah, let's try this other potion. Well, it's 900% health. Bring it. Oh my god. Yeah, I think we just try and attack it at this point. I only have a 38% chance to hit, and I typically hit for 20% of its current health. I actually have to hit it like 15 times to kill it on average. That's actually not great odds. I would go as far to say those are bad odds. So maybe I do run. He kills us in like 4 hits? No, more than that. Yeah, I think we have to maneuver around this guy. Here's where I'm starting to wonder about Paralysis Potion. I don't think we positioned well enough for me to take advantage of that, though. Throw darts at it in the chasm? What do you mean by that? I was thinking about jumping into the chasm. Because I don't think there's another good way to lose this guy. I don't think there were chasms upstairs. Oh, I am still levitating. Good call. I completely forgot because I was concerned about... Well, because it didn't do anything for us at the time. No, I think that probably is the best option, actually. Thank you for pointing that out. I would have figured that out when I dove into the chasm and didn't fall. Yeah, definitely go through the darts first. Where's all my darts? Wonder what the odds of not having 2 life on at dungeon level 7. Oh, the whip? Oh yeah, because we know the whip is safe now, too. That's a good point. Levitating whip strats, I like it. That's better than using our javelins for sure. Oh yeah, I forgot we got detect magic too, because it was worthless. Well, it wasn't worthless for us. It's the reason we picked the right potion. Um, but yeah, we can do a lot of stuff. Like I can equip a better weapon, all kinds of stuff. Look at all the good stuff on the left side of the map. Yeah, I was thinking about how we didn't really find anything over here. Lots of goods. Yeah, let's put that whip on. Wait, where are you going? Oh, he's fleeing because he's low health? Oh, he's wandering? Was I whipping him from outside of my stealth range? Nice. Yeah, how did it forget while I was whipping it? I am a little confused by that. Oh, whips are pretty cool for sneak attacks. I never used one of these before. Nice job surviving that situation. Yeah, a little bit of luck. Some treadspot coaching there. Life was pretty much guaranteed, though. We were talking about that before. It's too bad it took us so long to find it. Although I am excited that we found Detect Magic. Maybe specific to mobs that can't attack you? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting to see that. Is there a charm of levitation? I wonder if there's like synergy there that could be taken advantage of. So what are my whip stats versus my axe stats? Much more damage. Okay. It seems like it's almost a good strategy to walk around with the whip and then swap to the axe. Like, there's almost no reason not to do that. Feels a little tedious. But it seems optimal. I guess whip is weird because you can't walk towards something if you want to reposition. There's no runic on the whip. It's just a +0 whip, we know, because we use Detect Magic. Our banded mail is safe as well. I don't know when it's worth upgrading from that. This has a runic though. We are kind of curious, or not a runic. It might just be enchanted. Oh, we'll find out in 28 turns. Look at that. Oh yeah, we got a ring down here. I almost forgot about that, hiding at the bottom of my inventory. Definitely put that on. And will this reveal itself immediately if it's obvious that it's clairvoyance or something, or do we just have to assume? Chainmail is likely objectively better than banded. Yeah, because this is going to be at least +1 at this point. I don't know what the equivalency is going to be there, but with strength bonuses and stuff, I imagine that's pretty dang close to unenchanted banded mail. Oh, there aren't a lot of rings in this game. I never appreciated that. Yeah, regen, transference, or awareness. I almost read that as awesomeness at first. And wisdom. Wisdom plus reaping would be interesting. Huh, whip's kind of fun actually. +2 chainmail. It's awesome. Transference? Oh, was I gaining health? Nice. We're probably starting to run into some enchant targets. I think I'd like to try like a transference build if I had a good weapon. It should auto-reveal. I don't like it when games have basically give you the information to like absolutely identify something but don't identify it themselves, especially since it seems like Brogue apparently attempts to do that with other items. Hey, what up, bestie? How did your Golden Krone Hotel runs go earlier? Oh, my sneak attack wasn't strong enough. This whip is kind of cool. I've never used one of these before. Jump by a large Jew with a mallet and a bunch of gargoyles. Oh, you fought the Capcom boss? That's probably like one of the hardest single enemies in the game. What are we rocking so far? Well, I just got my first Detect Magic scroll. We just barely survived our first ogre encounter. So we just got options beyond our starting gear. So I got a whip and an axe I'm kind of toggling between. Stack of javelins, +2 chainmail. I have a reaping wing and a transference ring. So this recharges my stabs, which I only have a lightning staff right now. And this one gives me health on a hit. All the time, some of the time. I don't remember exactly how that one works. And we have a lot of positive scrolls, so we can start getting some value out of that stuff. And I believe we're guaranteed to have a secret door here somewhere, because everything is bordered by deep water. I'm gonna go over here and search. 2 secret doors at that. Well, that one's not that great. Yeah, Brogue's great. I haven't played in a while. I've been dying to get back into it, honestly. It's been on my to-do list forever. I just finished doing a bunch of Cogmine runs on stream, so it was either Brogue or NetHack. I decided to do a little bit of Brogue first. Any other Brogue likes? Have you checked out that Rift Wizard game? I only played it for a few minutes. I want to do like a blind playthrough video. But it's kind of cool. You have? I don't know what the replayability is going to be like, but it's an interesting game. It's kind of on the shorter end. I wouldn't call it that Brogue-ish. It's weird because it's technically a traditional roguelike, but it doesn't fully play like one. It plays a lot like a kind of tactical, like a strategy game almost. I don't know, I haven't played anything that's too similar to Brogue lately, honestly, and I think that's one of the cool things about Brogue. It is really unique. The ground gives way? Oh, that probably is a good call. I haven't played that one, but that's pretty short and similar to this. I bet you that does match up with that. I gotta try that one out. That's on my list. Have you played Doom RL, SD? That's like in the coffee break category, similar to kind of like Brogue and Golden Krone Hotel and stuff. I haven't played that one yet. It's very high on my list as well to check out. More Jupiter Hell. Yeah, I have Jupiter Hell high. Oh my god, we got another one of Beckoning. What is this? Dude, the game's just taunting me right now. Oh man. But yeah, I want to check out Jupiter Hell. I have it. It's getting really developed as far as like all the updates and stuff. So it's starting to feel like a good time to check it out. But I'm thinking about trying Doom RL first. The Darth Vader build. Yeah, we can definitely drop the Beckon one at this point. Hell, I was gonna drop it before we found the other one. If I'm being honest. Not like the whip has much Beckon synergy anyways. Yep, very true. Text magic and what's down here? Scroll. Wonder if I should use this ID on something. Nothing amazing worth identifying. We haven't used any enchant scrolls yet. I don't know if I want to commit to anything I have yet. I have a few pieces that we can definitely build around, but I don't know what direction I want to go in. And I think it still depends on... Like, I really wanted to go maybe Transference if I got like a strong weapon. I could start dumping points into that and they wouldn't go to waste, but if I never find a good weapon, then it could be a waste. And by the same token, I might want to go with Reaping if I find like another good staff or something. Reading non-enchants for protects is probably pretty good here. Yeah, what scrolls do we have left? Yeah, we could definitely read ID to clear inventory pretty safely at this point. Oh, and it's interesting to note, even without having Detect Magic used, we identified all the bad scrolls already, so every scroll is positive. So yeah, I agree that I want to drop Banded Mail. 4 darts are very droppable as well. Gonna drop Beckoning. Okay, and I have to figure out how to deal with the goblins over here. Oh, there's a little part of the map I haven't seen. Every scroll is positive, but teleport can still hurt. That's a good point. Alright, let's go scoop up this javelin. Hey, speaking about protection, there's an acid mound. That actually sounds like a great strategy with that. Whip solves the goblin problem. It kind of does, doesn't it? They're not gonna... They won't approach me from the doorway if I have the whip, will they? If this is only one acid mount, I could punch it to death. I think I'll just do that for this one acid mound. I don't like that strategy a lot. I've done it a lot, but You do use a lot of health doing that, I think. For this one, I might catch it unaware. I'll see what it does. I heal with our transference ring as well. See what happens. And I catch it off guard. Okay, it looks like I actually evened out completely on health of that transference ring. I imagine that I can probably determine how strong the transference ring is based on how much health we're getting back. I want to hear a tedious alternative to punching them. Do I ever? I love that kind of stuff in roguelikes. I don't always love doing the tedious thing, but all the little alternate strategies and optimizations are always great to ponder. Oh, use the one javelin? Yeah, I have done that before, actually. It's not even terribly tedious. It's just not a bad way to do it. You still have to take off your armor, of course. Speaking of which, let's put that back on. +2 chainmail. I don't think I've ever had armor like that. That seems pretty decent, because chainmail has good stealth range still. Alright, so that whip back on.
What is existing in chat? What is existing in chat?
Just whip this turret to death. I think it's equal, slightly better than +0 banded due to excess strength. And banded is what, the 17 strength base armor? It's pretty dang good, actually. And then of course the stealth bonus, which you normally don't get with armor that strong. Huh, this is hilarious. Wow, that whip does make short work of those guys now. I've never used a whip before. There's a lot of cool stuff with this. Oh, bandit is a 15 strength. Alright, we've got a full pack. Not a whole lot that I would drop, although I would definitely drop the darts. There's a dagger, which I'm intrigued by because I think daggers probably have a pretty high chance of being like a runic. Which could become like maybe some kind of utility or something. There's the one that like kills stuff instantly. Health charm. Does a reaping ring recharge that? Stabs and charms. Huh. Health charm plus reaping. Plus transference? Seems like it could be pretty cool. Alright, I do need to clear out some inventory space. There's already a few items we want to pick up, so maybe I do go upstairs and read some things. Like Christmas over here? Yeah, look at all the gifts. Hate seeing wisp like this. Was there a lot of grass or something? Mm-hmm. Burning up scrolls, potentially. Cool, we got a spare remove curse scroll. We've protected our chainmail. And now it's on my mind while we explore. Anxiety over Wisp burning up all your resources and you can't do anything about it. Cool. We got protect weapon as well. So our whip is now protected. Almost purely about psychological damage to the player. Rogue's own cruel version of psychological warfare. Magic mapping. I didn't want to use magic mapping downstairs because the teleport potential. Cool, so we've ID'd all of our scrolls. I have an extra scroll of identify I'm going to hold on to for a bit. 2 potions of detect magic, awesome. And I have 1 good and 1 bad unidentified potion. With no real reason to use either right away. Alright, there's another ogre. So our damage with the whip is like a third less than it was with the javelins. Hit for 7% of its current health. Oh, that's so bad. I guess we don't want to fight him with the whip. We don't have to fight him at all if we walk away. But who knows how far we get before he does start hunting us. Whip does allow you to strike when knocked back. That's a good point. I could also back up into like a corner though. Just considering doing. Lowering it upstairs and taking a chasm. I never had to do that strategy before, although I hear people talk about it all the time, that it seems like a very common and useful strategy. And I think the tiles for chasms roughly line up, right? The chasm was like over here, so I probably wouldn't land too far away. Where is that thing? Oh, he's hunting us now. Actually, I have Sanctuary here still. Probably Jesus Sanctuary. Wow, I didn't think I could cheese it this bad. Well, that's one way to deal with an ogre. What? They're not smart enough to just walk around? That's incredible. Is there pathfinding? Just ignore sanctuary tiles? Is the whip that attacks like that? Yeah, the whip will attack from up to 5 tiles away. Spears could also do that. They'll attack 2 tiles. It's a lot weaker than like other items though. It's been really cool so far though. I've never used a whip. Do these sanctuary tiles ever go away? Actually a pretty good place to have them. Mirrored totem. I don't think I've seen one of these before. Is this like a vault? I'm tempted to just look this one up because I find a lot of these vaults are noob traps. And I've just gotten to the interesting part of the game and I don't want to succumb to one. Hey, welcome back, Xylon. This is straightforward. The totem beckons you when you step on a glyph. Oh, interesting. So am I just supposed to kill this totem? Oh, you can't hurt it. How do I actually get to the key, though? Oh. So there's gonna be an item on the floor somewhere, probably. That lets me get to it. Can I beckon this out of the room? The assumed strat is having a monster right behind you. Interesting. I could have brought that ogre in here and just kept whipping him as he gets beckoned away. It reflects wands. I figured it might because it was mirrored. Okay, so we need to come up with a solution. But if the assumed strat is having a monster, that means there's not like a guaranteed item. A jelly. That's interesting. How's our food? We just have a mango. Multiple jellies would do it? That's true. And actually I have an axe now, so the jellies probably aren't a big deal. And I probably don't want to whip the jelly, because then I split them without doing much damage. So I'm gonna go ahead and equip our axe. Yeah, Reaping and Health Charm seem pretty cool. Our other ring is Transference as well. Wait, where'd you go? Oh, there were 2 jellies? This one sneaked around. Oh my god. He walked around the column as I was coming back down the other way, and I thought this was that jelly because it was right over here. The jellies are coordinating. Do we want to do that much damage initially? Probably, right? I think the other jelly wandered into that room. Alright, well, we probably just want to kill this jelly then. Okay, and here's the other jelly. Dude, that wisp taunting us. Nice. Oh, it doesn't pull the monster. I thought it would. It just doesn't affect us if we're blocked. Interesting. That actually changes the strat a bit. Although I guess jellies are kind of harmless with this axe because of my ring. Oh, it should pull them? Weird. It would have failed a lot because the jellies were stepping on it too. Or does it only happen when I step on it, but blocked by the jelly? Maybe it failed? But if it failed, then I could just keep walking on it until it fails. And just take the ring that, or the key that way. Weird stuff. So the door to one of the vaults is up here. Which means we probably have to access it through a room this way. I'll go ahead and put my whip back on. Huh. Another Ring of Reaping. That's interesting. Assume those stack to some level. I don't know if using 2 ring slots in the same ring type is worthwhile, but interesting. Another bloodstone ring. So there's another ring of transference in here as well. Wow, okay. I think we build around either transference plus regen or wisdom plus reaping. Or does wisdom only work on staves? Yeah, so considering the health charm, double transference is probably still better. Or double reaping. I keep making those two mixed up. So what does the health charm do again? I gotta look this up and see how it scales with the turns. Check out the Brogue wiki. Okay, so the recharge time on the... Wow, the health charm scales really well. The health restored goes up by 20% each enchant level. 100% health restored at +5. And the recharge time cuts in half. So that +5 is at 128 recharge time and 100% health restored. That does seem really strong. Double reaping with a +5 health charm. It doesn't even have to be +5, but with +5, it seemed like it'd be pretty damn sweet. With this much reaping, it's not expensive for it to recharge on every successful attack with a late game weapon. I like it. Alright, this sounds like a fun build. This is what I've been waiting for. Let's give it a try. So that means here we have a ring that we aren't probably going to use as our main part of our main build if we're going to be using 2 reaping rings. So I should take something like clairvoyance or regeneration that has utility when we're not trying to take advantage of reaping. And we probably don't need regen because that obviously has a little bit of anti-synergy with the health charmed. So I'm thinking about taking clairvoyance ring here, so we can like peek through walls a little bit as a bit like utility. You could also just wear wisdom to recharge stabs while walking around, but I don't really have any stabs worth recharging. We're bound to find some. Probably. Maybe we're not. I don't know. Not sure how much value clairvoyance really has. I haven't used it much before. And likely, if they're low enchant, or like they're both lowly enchanted, we're probably not going to get much value out of any of them. Oh yeah. Duh, we already have reaping, so stabs are probably going to recharge pretty dang well anyways. That's a good point. Yeah, so let's grab clairvoyance here. And then I might start dumping some enchant scrolls into our health charm. Although I can wait until we need it, since it auto-recharges it. Yeah, I was considering building around the Staff of Lightning. This is a pretty cool kit with all the rings. Like, just using the transference, if my health charm is recharged, like, makes this very durable. Be interesting to see how clairvoyance comes into play. I imagine clairvoyance is very good for like setting up sneak attacks and stuff. Clairvoyance reaping Warhammer? Oh, that does sound cool. You get the sneak attacks and then like restore a ton of health. Alright, well I'm grabbing clairvoyance here anyways, so we'll get some value out of it. Having clairvoyance 5 is trippy. Yeah, I don't know how... Does the radius just go up by 1 tile? For every enchant, or how does it work? Plus 1 tile range, nice. Right, so we have a vampire bat. Oh man, with a whip and a ring of stealth, you can pretty much guarantee that you can get hits on enemies before they notice you, can't you? That's actually kind of cool. Yeah, the whip doesn't deal much. You could probably get about as much damage as using a better weapon, right? I should put our other ring back on before fighting. Basically a ranged dagger, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, that didn't do a ton of damage, did it? It's weird to see one vampire bat. I thought they came in packs. Ooh, another potion of life. Cool. This character's got some good things going for it now. It's just RNG. They could have anywhere from 1 to 4 or so. Alright, my pack is full. Probably just drop these darts at this point. I don't know if I'm at a point where the mango has full value or not. So I don't want to risk wasting any nutrition. Probably too early to use another detect magic still. I could quaff the cyan potion. Could drop the wand of beckoning. Could identify the other. Well, I'm not gonna identify a ring. I'd rather just use a detect magic for that later. Oh, I could use a scroll of enchanting. Nutrition does allow you to check. Okay, so I can just try and apply it, the mango, and it'll warn me. That's good to know. It's very good to know. I'm just gonna drop these darts. We're probably gonna find more items on this floor anyway, so I'm sure I'm gonna be dropping something else soon anyways. Finally, the wisp. See if we can kill this thing. Bunch of goblins. I guess the wisp doesn't cause enemy or monsters to catch on fire. I don't know if that applies to the player as well. It's just terrain. Alright, these goblins should be mostly harmless for us at this point. Swap to the axe at this venture. Oh. There's an acid mound, that's fine because our whip is protected. I'm not going that way yet though. Alright, there was a monkey over here. Put my whip back on. Another protect armor scroll. It really has no value unless I want to start using something else. I imagine that this chainmail is probably decent for the rest of the game. Unless we want to upgrade to like plate or something and not care about our stealth. But yeah, it's a pretty low value scroll to carry around. The wand is intriguing. Now we got slowness and beckoning out of the way. niche value, you could find another one. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking. Because we're already having, like, pack issues. It just doesn't seem worth carrying around. Hey, what up, B-Sen? They're pushing a strength. I think we just drink that, since I'm using my axe a lot now. It also gives us value with our armor. And our pack is full. Oh? Can random spawns generate with items? No, that mystic was probably on the map. They might have even been a part of that group. I don't know if groups alert each other instantly or how any of that works either. Unless there's a scroll of summon monsters. Okay, well we definitely want this scroll. Alright, we're gonna do something with our full pack. Yeah, the Mystic had it, but I was wondering if that Mystic generated on the level, or if they were a random spawn over time. Visibility potion. There was a weekend contest where random spawn had a Ring of Reaping. Interesting. So you could like farm random spawns if the hunger clock wasn't so bad. Which is kind of like an interesting thing about this game having such a harsh hunger clock, that it's allowed to like have cool stuff like that. Yeah, random spawns are pretty rare to begin with, aren't they? Probably take off my armor before fighting this acid mound. Oh wait, no, my armor's protected. Walk up to that thing and kill it. A flail now? You can do some cute things with flails, but I think I'll stick with my axe and dagger. Or, I'm sorry, my whip and axe. It could be enchanted. It may be worth carrying just for that. I'd like to take all this stuff downstairs and then use, like, a detect magic potion. Let me throw some of my items over here. Pick up this stuff. Let's just summon monsters. It's nice that a rogue can just yeet an axe like that. I know, it feels so weird doing that. It's so useful at times, though. Their lack of virginity is canon. Okay, so I think I can go ahead and use Detect Magic here, and we can suss out what's worth doing here. It's in the unicorn's flavor text. I don't know if I've ever seen a unicorn in this game. There's a lot of enemies that seem just like rare spawns. I was watching someone stream CE recently, and something popped up I'd never seen before, and I thought it was like a unique monster to that version. But I guess there's just like a lot of relatively rare spawns. Oh, that one's a legendary ally. Okay. I didn't even know that was a thing. So you can only get that as an ally? Are there other legendary allies? That's interesting. Dang, look at this floor. Lots of blues. I guess you're more likely to see blue things than red things, but it's good to see. Ifrit, Unicorn, Mangrove Dryad, and Phoenix. Alright, so Dagger bad. Flail was uncursed. +0. Actually, this is 17 strength. Is this better than the axe at times? I don't know if these numbers reflect their base damage. Is that something I just need to like look up on the wiki if I want to know for sure? I don't know how strength scaling works. I feel like those percentages could be misleading. Not that they're not accurate, but as far as just like comparing. The flail is hardly better than the axe, even looking at those though. Oh, but I'm taking a penalty, that's why. I think I just need to look that up. I'm curious which one we might want to use. I think the axe is better because of its effect. Flails have base damage of 10 to 13. And axes are 7 to 9. That's like a 50% bonus in damage, actually. I kind of want the axe just for like killing things like jellies. Like I want to hoard all this stuff. I guess you can kind of get the same effect as the axe from the flail. And also like kind of kite things at the same time to maybe take less damage overall. Yeah, let's drop the axe for the flail, I guess. We'll give the flail a try. Of course we need to get our strength up to unlock its full potential. Yeah, the dagger's definitely going. We'll literally throw it. This wand is negative. Plenty, invisibility, or empowerment. So those can be good if we have allies, right? Yeah, just because allies are relatively rare, I don't know if that's worth carrying around or not. Oh, Plenty is an ally wand as well. It's guaranteed to have utility with that. Oh, I have the scroll of Protect Armor still. Definitely drop that. Alright, well, at the very least, I can pick up all this stuff. We can continue adventuring for the moment. I'm actually going to take a quick break here, and then we will continue.